So over the last year or so, I have been pretty critical and hard on Chrisean Rock, and I'd also like to say it's rightfully deserved in her circumstance. Chrisean had an opportunity to go a different path, but she chose the route of Blueface and fame. And fame has done a number on her, even to the point to where she is no longer able to be a mother to her child. Now, Chrisean does have a lot of supporters, so much so that she seems to have more supporters than Blueface. As you can see here, that Chrisean seems to have more followers than Blueface, almost double the amount, and Blueface was the one that brought her on. Now, Chrisean is definitely an interesting woman, and truth be told, if she didn't lower her value or her looks, I would say she would be a very desirable woman up there in the likes of Megan Thee Stallion or Nicki Minaj when it comes to her attractiveness. However, though, when people think of Chrisean, they think of Blueface, and they think of all the stuff that she went through, all the alleged altercations they've been into, also of other people, singers, and also her reputation is kind of going downhill. With that being said, Chrisean was arrested recently, and here's an image, or excuse me, not an image.
What happened, Christine?
I don't fucking know. They saying I got a whole nother case caught up in fucking downtown. I don't even be downtown. It's cool. I got my people looking into the door. I don't know where you're going to freaking. Is that one?
Excuse me, sir. What are you guys arresting her for?
For a whole nother charge.
A warrant out for what?
Sorry?
A warrant for what, sir?
There's a warrant for her. Right. You gonna record me the whole way?
The whole way, beautiful.
Why?
You're a big star.
Oh God, this is not big shit at all. This is messy. You have to take my car.
Now, around this particular time, Chrisean was always talking about how she needs to be a mother, she needs to be there for her kid, and all this other kind of stuff. But whenever she was chased behind Blueface, it seemed like her kid was always an afterthought. I still remember whenever she was driving down the highway, I think she said almost 100 miles per hour, trying to get to her kid because Blueface was going to leave him alone. I actually did a video about that a long time ago, considering Blueface denied the kid, but he was upset that somebody else was watching his kid or maybe kid. Now, here's the thing. Like on my thumbnail, you see before the fame and after the fame, not everybody is meant to be famous. I like to think that Chrisean Rock is a cautionary tale. Now, I did make a comment before that if Chrisean does not get her act together, she may be a tragic tale. Blueface seemed like he was always meant for the life that he has. He made that choice actively. Chrisean, on the other hand, I'm not giving her no excuses. But what I can say is, she seems to be largely influenced by Blueface. Now, granted, you can have somebody that's a bad influence or else you made bad choices, but the choices are still yours at the end of the day, especially when you're adult. It's more especially, or more so, when you have a kid. Excuse me. Now, here's her addressing her warrants back in the day, before she actually got arrested. I think this was earlier in March.
Oh, all my warrants. My warrants are getting cleaned up. I've been paying off fees and getting registered, talking to certain people to help my situation out. Cause I have my son, so the old me would have just turned myself in, and that what it threw is from inside to the outside of the jail. So whatever. So I don't be like, But right now I gotta play cautious because I don't plan on being in jail while my son is grown. I just don't know. I'm doing every way possible to get that figured out without even trying to serve time, and it's working out for me. So I'm gonna work on my little situations and stuff. That's all about it. But
Now, that should have been definitely one of the things she took care of was her warrants, by the way. Because, I mean, if you have warrants, they're active. I know she said in there that, her and her lawyers are trying to take care of and all this other kind of stuff. But clearly her lawyers need to be fired and she needs to find some new ones. Because now, apparently, she's facing 8 years. 8 years away from her kid. So her kid, I don't even think is 1 year old now. So let's say she does get sentenced to 8 years and she serves all 8 years. It's pretty rare anybody serves all 8 years, but let's say she does. Her kid will be 8 years old and they gotta spend probably another 2 years trying to rebuild that mother and son bond. Now, who's the kid going to end up with? That's the other part that's kind of crazy, because I still remember whenever she got arrested, it didn't seem like none of the grandparents, Blueface's mom or dad, really wanted to take the kid at that particular time. Now, here's the thing about Chrisean. A lot of people give Blueface slack. And like you see in my thumbnail, before the fame, she looked very classic. After, she looks more like, she's like somebody you would sell something to that's white. And here's the thing. People are going to end up where they're going to be no matter who they end up with. If it wasn't Blueface, it would have been somebody else. Because unfortunately, I think if she was looking for somebody to hang on to, at least that's what it seems like. She hanging on to Blueface to her dear life. I mean, the 3 tattoos, or excuse me, the 3 crosses on her face, that represented 3 abortions, or I don't know if I can say that word, but yeah, the 3 abortions she said she had. The neck tattoo was Blueface's face. The tooth that she didn't want to get fixed. And whenever she did get it fixed, she got taken back out because he made a comment about it. I mean, Blueface pretty much owns this woman's soul. And then the new tattoo she got back on her face again. She showed her dedication and love. And her following this man and being so dedicated to him got her arrested. Now, I'm not saying she wouldn't have got arrested somewhere else, but it was a really safe bet to have officers waiting outside the courtroom of Blueface sentencing to get Chrisean. That was a really safe bet because she is obsessed with her master, and that's how it seems like to me. It doesn't seem like it was a boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, a husband, wife. Just a good old-fashioned relationship that was built on trust and foundation. It really does seem like it was a master-slave relationship. Somebody that Blueface has owned her soul and can do whatever he wanted to with her. And you can see how corrupted she has gotten. Now, the reason I also say Chrisean would end up the way she was, I still remember Chrisean's older sister. Her older sister is also more on the ratchet side, but Chrisean definitely surpassed that at every single level, being with Blueface. And you know what was interesting? That on one hand, I was kind of rooting for Chrisean whenever Blueface finally did get arrested. And, I think she was playing football and being more active and attentive to her kid and all this other kind of stuff. She was less worried about what Blueface was doing, actually doing what she was supposed to do, which was pay attention to the kid. And I hate to say it, that it's sad that it took Blueface going to jail for her to actually start focusing on herself and trying to be a better mother. Again, this is something she said that she wanted to do because she felt bad discarding the other 3 kids, which I am surprised, very surprised that a woman could get that many abortions and still be able to produce on the 4th kid. That's something I didn't know that could happen. I thought if you had one, you're lucky if you can have another one. But I guess not in her say. She's either extremely fertile or Blueface is has very strong seed. Or maybe it's a combination of the two. Sometimes what's fated to be, if somebody's fated to be here, they're going to be here no matter what. Well, and that's just my thoughts and opinions on it. To see Chrisean going from before the fame and then after the fame, and just seeing how different she looks, it's a very big cautionary tale. That you being with the wrong person and the wrong influences could change your life for the complete worse. Now, I remember I said in my other video that if Chrisean ever did find a new man, how would he take her seriously? Because her body is a temple to Blueface. Where if it's the crosses on her face, the rose tattoo that's covering up his original face, or the other tattoo, the other face, I think she had a tattoo of something in, I think his name in her lower area too. Nobody else would really want her because she's just fully ruined, and getting those things are removed or are painful tasks that she didn't do before she just got covered. Well, you guys tell me what you think. Like, comment, subscribe if you're still watching it. Hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.